Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am here with my November planner lineup. So this video is part apology and part showing you my lineup. I have been away from YouTube for a little while, and I do apologize for that. I have actually been quite sick. It's not been sick enough to where I've been in the hospital, but I have been sick enough where I have not been at work and just been laying in bed. And so I just didn't have the energy or the motivation or, the voice even to be able to record videos. And of course I wanted to take care of myself and to make sure that my family didn't get sick. So that was my focus for the past, I would say, like two and a half weeks. I am feeling much better now, and so I'm going to try to jump back in and just start fresh with the month of November. So that's the first thing. I also do believe that for November and December, I will be much slower in posting videos just because it is the holiday season. And so even though I might not be sick, I will record at a much slower pace than I normally do. I do try to record videos every day, but it might not be at that pace for the rest of the year. So just giving you a heads up for that. But then let's just dive into my lineup. So I have here 3 massive big happy planner, like big as in letter size happy planners. They're also set up on expander discs, but I have been combining all of my old pages as well as new current pages and future pages for 2024. So that's why they're so thick, but I only have 3. So this will be, I think, fairly quick and straightforward. There's no setup in this video. It's just talking to you about my lineup. And as you could probably already guess, because let me actually move it this side. Because November and December are like the holiday months for me, I will actually be spending a lot of my time in my holiday planner, which I actually didn't bring to show you to you today, but I have a planner for Thanksgiving and the fall season. So basically everything in the month of November as well as Thanksgiving specifically. And then I also have a Christmas planner that is specifically for the month of December. So all December events as well as Christmas. And so I should at some point flip through my Christmas planner. I have a flip through of my Thanksgiving planner on my channel already. I'll try to remember to link that so you can see it. So I won't show you that in this video. So most of what I'll be doing will be in those holiday planners though, just because we are gearing up again for the holiday season. And so these 3 planners are really for the non-holiday related stuff and being able to track like all the like routine tasks, things that are just happening in our lives that are not holiday specific. So with that being said, this very first one is my personal planner. Now, one of the things that I did do in September/October is combine all of my weekly pages and daily pages and all of my personal pages together. Not my specialty planners, but basically all the catch-all personal pages, the things that didn't belong in a specialty planner ended up in here. And so I won't do a flip through of it, but I will in the next couple of days record a flip through of my October after the pin pages. But what I have been using, I'm trying to get to something that's not like that's not been written on too much, but this is like an example. Let me flip to one that was actually written on. So this is from September, and so the first part of it are these daily pages. So this is tool letter size pages from Office Depot. They are outdated. You can see here this is from August 2020, but I do just use it to track all the big events here, and just be able to kind of write and journal about the day. I do put like big events that are happening, but then also just kind of journal about what's happening in the day. I use this section of priorities for like all day events, and then of course a to-do list, and then just like a journaling type section. So I have had these daily pages in here, and then I also have these like classic size happy planner pages that were from old outdated dashboard layout pages that I just redated for myself. And so I've been using this to forward plan. So I have in here pretty much the rest of, let's flip back here, the rest of the year, so all the way until December 31st of 2023. And then after this, I will actually be switching to the Simply layout, which is just this side and not this side. So it's the dashboard layout, the right hand side of the dashboard layout minus the task list. And so I'll be doing a 2024 planner lineup video as well to talk about how I'm using that. Now I'm thinking about it, I don't know that I have the Simply layout in there, so I have to figure out where that ended up going, but I definitely need a future planner, so that will be something that I continue keeping. But I've been doing this just for forward planning, and so I don't have anything on this week because this is like, to me, the week right after like Christmas is like my dead week where I do nothing, absolutely nothing. But I have events pretty much written out. You can see here like way far in advance. And so I'll be using that in November. It's the combination of these pages to keep me on track for events in the future, as well as the Tool Daily pages, which I have a bunch still left back here that I just redate and use for the month of November. Now for October, I didn't use these pages at all and I really missed it. So I definitely want to get back into using it for November. And I only have a handful of pages left. So I want to try to finish out these tool letter size pages for 2023 and be done with them so I can move into something different for 2024. So that was my personal planner. Then very quickly is this planner. This again is set up on a big Happy Planner cover with expander discs, but this is my food log. And what I have been using is like a wellness, classic size wellness layout. And so I've got pages in here from several different like wellness layouts. This is this past week. So hopefully you can see that. But then I'm out of those pages. I have one more page I'll show you in just a second, but I ran out of those pages basically. And so now I'm going to use these routine pages. Now these pages came in the Wellness Extension pack. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but it's kind of like a black, white, gray color. It looks kind of like this. And it's an extension pack, so it's a 4-month extension pack. But I actually really liked that extension pack because it had several like additional pages. And I've just been saving them just because I haven't used them for anything, but it had all of these pages as part of each month, like these pages right here. And then there's like another page with like priorities, yeah, like wellness goals. So I just really liked these pages. I haven't used them for anything, but I did want to try to use up the routine pages. I do like these routine pages. I've used them in the past to write out like an ideal day for my children, but I just don't need that many pages. And it comes with like, I think like 4 weeks each month. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of track my food across the week. So this is today, the 30th, and I've already started tracking. I'll just track, you know, food chronologically. I don't really think breakfast, lunch, dinner. I just think meal, snack, whatever order it is. Every time I pause to eat, I just write it across the way, and I'm just going to write them in these rows like this. And so that's my plan, to try to use up these pages. I have several of these pages. And again, I'm just going to write across the row like that. Again, just to try to use these pages up. And I only have a couple of weeks of that, as you can see there. And then I have this one last wellness layout, or this might be a fitness layout, in fact. But this I decorated and put together like probably a year or two ago. It was for Thanksgiving week, and so I'm going to try to time it to where this is Thanksgiving week, and then I will use this set of pages, and then after that I don't have any more pages, and so these are all kind of like these wellness layout pages, the like extra pages. And so after that, I'm going to be moving into a teacher layout. So this might not be November. It might be the last week of November, but it might actually be December. So we'll see in terms of timing when this falls. But I will be picking up these classic teacher layout pages at some point. And I did mention at some point I would take these out, but I never did that. So that is my food log. So for food logging, I just track my food chronologically each day. So it's just been helpful for me to be able to keep track of symptoms, basically. So that's what I do that for. It's more of a journal than a planner. All right, and then this last one is my work planner. So for the month of November, what I've decided to do is just keep what I've been doing because I only have like basically a month and a half left. One of the big things that's happened is I have gotten a new job. It's basically the same job, but with a different company. So I am still a full-time professor, but I am switching jobs. And so switching companies. So one of the things that I need to be able to do is try to figure out in the next month or two what I want to do in order to keep track of everything that I need to do. I still teach full-time as well as adjunct part-time for several different universities. And so being able to track all of that is kind of my goal for November and December. But in October, what I ended up doing was using a combination. So first thing I used, I actually have to blur that out. Let me skip to November. Okay, so what I ended up using for October, and it's very similar to this. This is just November. But what I ended up using was this monthly classic size page to track my work hours for my full-time job. And so I'm still going to do that. And this is already decorated for November. And then this was a classic vertical layout, as you can see here. And I just kind of like, for my full-time job, I just put like administrative types tasks and then like classes and then like to-do lists down here, and that worked out fine. I might still do the same thing here, but I don't know. Again, like November will be kind of a trial month to try to figure out what I want to do because I'm switching jobs and I don't know if I need to focus or have a whole section for classes. It will be a little bit of a different kind of vibe for the new job. So I did that. That was for my full-time job. And then for my part-time job, I was using this big dashboard layout. So I didn't actually write in the work hours here. But this is what it looks like. Actually, let me flip to a different page. But this is what it looked like in October. Again, I'll do a full flip through of these planners for October. But I just tracked like all of my meetings for the part-time job, or my part-time jobs, really, just to be able to track all of the hours and events and things like that. And so I'm going to do the same thing in November. I'll probably go back in and add in October my work hours, as well as in November start tracking my work hours in here. But this is the like a dashboard layout, again in big, and I just put events here. I haven't used this for anything, but then I just write big to-do lists and just like notes to myself, like focus areas, things I want to make sure, like right here, a focus area. And then like I might use this as it's listed, like looking ahead, what's coming up in the next couple of weeks, and then just a note section just to journal about the week. So that's kind of my plan. Again, November will be a trial month. I have talked about in my 2024 planner lineup how I might not need to separate the full-time job from the part-time jobs, and that might be true, and it might be something in November where I combined them. So I might move just to this big or just use the classic. I'm not really sure, but for right now, for like the beginning of November, I'm going to keep them as two separate things, just see how that goes. Because November is a busier month for me, I might feel like it's too much to keep up with two planners for work, so I might combine them just for the sake of time, if nothing else. So anyway, that's my planner lineup. Lots of talking, more than anything, but just explaining to you my thought process. I find it's very helpful, for me at least, to talk out what my planner lineup is every month. Just to be able to hear it out loud helps me kind of solidify what I want to do. And so I hope that is helpful for you as well, to be able to hear someone else talk about their planner system and how they use their planners, just to give you ideas for your own planner system. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.